Ba ba ba, I'm loving it. What an interesting day. Wait a second. What's this? The Google's electromagnetic spectrum. What are the seven wave types? Seven, you say? The electromagnetic spectrum is generally divided into seven regions. Huh, that's interesting. I have no idea why that might be, but I got a hankering. It might be Gamma. Here's the intro.
Though I know I should be wary, still I venture someplace scary. Ghostly haunting, I turn loose. Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
Hey guys, what's going on? Memes here. And part of this kind of came to light because, again, as very often is the case, I was listening to a Wolfram live stream. Yes, Professor Stephen Wolfram. Basically, he has Wolfram Alpha, which is essentially what powers Siri and many of the other things that when you ask a computer what's going on, it gives you an answer. And you typically assume it's actually right rather than being like, oh, we found some words here. And it will usually explain why. But welcome, Bone. Welcome, Parahead. Welcome, everybody, now and temporally at some point in the future if you choose to watch this. But again, and a lot of this was inspired by, again, totally got a shill for a Mr. Thad Roberts because, yeah, one of his big things that he taught me was just kind of noticing. Because again, you keep on going back to the platonic solids. You notice the little differences there, and I'm like, oh, wait, no matter how many sides, faces, this, that, or the other thing, when you combine it in a particular order, you end up with two. That beautiful type of symmetry that we got there. And that's fascinating. And one of the reasons why I was thinking about this is because we talk a lot about waves. What is a wave? Waves are often very pretty things like this. This is brought to us by a Google image. Oh, look at this beautiful beam footage there. You got these waves, they're oscillating, and then you all these see these different things, even in PBS spacetime. They're kind of explaining, oh, look, hey, we got some water here. We got some water here. It's waving. This is disturbance. Or you got a couple of waves that start to intersect. They might cancel each other out. They may increase each other. And then once you actually get to electromagnetism, we tend to see where are some pictures? Okay, there's no. I probably actually should have looked ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, professional YouTuber. But as we can see here, the electromagnetic spectrum is the range of frequencies of the electromagnetic radiation and the respective wavelengths and photon energies. The electromagnetic spectrum covers electromagnetic waves with frequencies ranging from below 1 hertz to above 10 to 25. Wow. Oh, look at the wait. Where was it? There we go. Wavelengths. All right. We got waves, and they do stuff in things, and we got waves, and they do stuff in things. Is it just me, or do we seem to notice certain phenomena within the world? Phenomena. Da, da, da. Yes, this is a Jordan Peterson mashup of phenomena. I apologize for ADD. These things happen. But back to the waves here. We seem to see things on a fairly macroscopic scale, whether it's our scale, whether it happens to be a very, I don't know, maybe on the nuclear scale or even below, and then even on the scale cosmic, we tend to see a lot of these same things. There seem to be waves at the beach. There seem to be about waves within our atoms. There seems to be waves throughout our universe of stuff and things. Now, they may be composed of different things, but ultimately, when you boil it down, I believe as Delenn from Babylon 5 said, we are star stuff. And that's totally true, in my opinion. Now, back to the electromagnetic spectrum here. Okay. The electromagnetic waves in each of these bands has different characteristics, such as how they are produced, how they interact with matter, and their practical applications. The limit for long wavelengths is the size of the universe itself. Whoa, that's pretty freaking cool. And again, this is brought to us by Wikipedia, so just keep that in mind. Well, it is thought that the short wavelength limit is the vicinity of the Planck length. The Planck length, you say? I should do a video calculating that, and I also need to upload it to the Wolfram Function repository because we all got to do our part to level up, or at least I'm going to give a very bad attempt to try to do mine. Gamma rays and X-rays have high ultraviolet are classified as ionizing radiation, as their photons have enough energy to ionize atoms, causing chemical reactions, and that's why apparently I think we can actually start to bake things. No, that's heat. I apologize. But all I'm really trying to communicate here is we very often see things, and then depending on our relative scale, our relation, and just kind of what we start to notice, you start to see some patterns in everything. It's almost kind of like, I don't know, when you see stuff going down the drain of the tub, of the shower, or even the flushing of a toilet. You start to see some swirling. You start to see a vortex. And again, at least according to Thad and his research, apparently vortexes seem to explain a lot. It also, for geometric unity, for Dr. Weinstein, it actually, you look at that Diable graph, I'm looking at that, I'm like, that looks like a hyperbolic vortex to me, man. That looks like a hyperbolic vortex to me. And then it has an intersecting point. And I'm just saying, we might have some eigenrangers coming to try to help explain this. Yes, I have so many different channels that I really haven't done anything with because it's technically current main. And you want to actually make money. I like money, dragons, and turtles. At least that's what my Pornhub says. There's a video about that somewhere in this channel as well. But exactly, this is the thing. We notice things, but very often it's like, I think we notice these things, and a lot of times we're like, well, everyone else must notice this. And I think a lot of other people do notice these things, but we don't necessarily say things. Why? Because we think we're crazy. Now, for me, I'm totally nutty bananas. I mean, anybody that's really dealt with me, even my doctor, he's like, talking to you for 5 minutes is just like diagnosing ADD. It's just whatever, something like that. Now, I apologize for violating my own hippo, something like that. Now, I'm just saying, very often, we just do what we do. Why? Well, because that's what we do. And if other people are doing it, well, that must be what we do. Why? Well, because that's what other people are doing. Why? Well, they're still existing. They're persisting. It's obviously working. Until it doesn't. That's why we need to start to notice things. And I think we do need more folks to really interact, because I've been saying this for a while. I should probably actually do a video on this. Let's say you have a video, goes decently viral. You get like 100,000 views or something. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Now, within that, you might get like 20,000 likes or something. You might have like 5,000 comments. All right. So, assuming there's no overlap, which I'm pretty sure there's overlap. All right. You got like, I don't know, 20, 25% of folks that actually viewed that video for some period of time. What about those 75,000 to 80,000 other folks that didn't say anything or interact? That's what I'm really curious about, because if that is the statistical mass of people that aren't talking about things, how much stuff might we be missing? I'm just saying, I think we got the people, the talent, and we're literally right on the edge of the technology now where we can truly initiate the next industrial revolution. Maybe start exploring the stars. Maybe start doing fun stuff and things like that. Maybe give folks a little hope, because times like these, God, I think we need some. And hopefully maybe we can meme it into existence, because Even if there's a scientific revolution, even if we have the answer, whether it's geometric unity, Thad Roberts and his analysis, please don't call it hyperbolic reality. It applies so well, though. But no matter what the answer may be, the Wolfram Physics Project and everything as well, if people don't know about it, it's like, all right, well, what have you done? I don't know. Is that how we got some Tic Tacs? All I know is if you bite into them, it's supposed to make a spark. And to me, that seems like magic. And in the words of Arthur C. Clarke, any significantly advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Shout out to Professor Keating, the Nick Fury of the physics community. But that's all I wanted to share. Just a little something that folks may want to notice, may want to actually see about, because I've actually been getting more and more information, and I'm learning more when more and more folks comment and share things, because this is how we get these connections. Is this supposed to be like a steeple and some people? I don't know. I'm terrible at doing things like that. I don't know how to snap. I apologize again. Now, hey, peace out, everybody. Y'all be safe. And then, remember, no matter what happens.
What rolls downstairs over and bears rolls over your neighbor's dog. What's great for a snack and fits on your back? It's log, log, log.
Be safe, everyone. We'll see. Oh, wait. I was interacting. These things happen.
Is that a joke?
No. No, Tim. It is not a joke. Keep this all in mind.
How do you know if any of this stuff is true? How do you know someone didn't just make it up?
What? You mean just lie? You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
I just mean that some of the details...
Whoa, I never thought of that. This is terrible. What if none of it's true? What if they're all lying? How would we ever know?
Have you guys checked out the Memes of Destruction's channel? He's an interesting dude. I like him.